This may sound scary, but if you're reading this, you've already lived through at least a few recessions. Probably the first thing that comes to mind is the Great Recession, which occurred from 2007 to 2009 and was one of the worst financial crises since the Great Depression. You also just lived through the shortest recession in U.S. history, which occurred between February and April 2020, when the global economy ground to a halt as the coronavirus spread around the world. While the recessions are challenging times, they're also part of the normal business cycle. If you know how to prepare yourself, you can, at the least, remain financially stable, and at the most, use them to gain unique opportunities to build wealth. So what can you do to prepare? Make sure to watch the complete video as we'll lay out 7 ways to make money online during a recession. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the links in description for even more methods you can earn online while sitting at home. Let's dive in. 1. Safeguarding your sources of income. If you happen to lose your source of income, then you may be forced to start spending your savings as you look for a new job. It is important to first secure a job. If you have a business, make sure you secure its future growth. When looking for a job, make sure you look at the job role and also the financial stability of the company. If you doubt the financial stability of your employer, it is important to start looking for a new job in the same industry. When you do this, you have a chance of switching your profile to an industry you know well. You can start focusing on side sources of income like a side business or even a side gig. 2. Enhancing savings. If you want to deal with the challenges coming with the recession, make sure you put something away every month from your income. Get a pen and paper, then list down your expenses such as house rent, insurance premiums, car payments, and even groceries. Add up all the expenses at the end of the month and see how much you are spending. You will go through the list and see if there is something you can reduce or remove from the list. Make sure this list is a good idea because you will know what you are spending your money on. This lets you see whether you're spending money on useless things. The amount you save as a result of reducing your expenses is going to your savings account. 3. House hack. I haven't paid full price for housing in over a decade. For the last 7, I've lived for free. Look for ways to generate revenue through your home to offset your housing costs. It's called house hacking, and there may be many ways to do it. You could bring in a roommate or set up a basement or garage apartment or an accessory dwelling unit. You could rent out storage spaces in your garage or parking for RVs, cars, boats, and other large vehicles. My business partner went so far as to host a foreign exchange student for 4 years, and the stipend covered most of her mortgage payment. Get creative with it. If you can eliminate your housing payment, it frees up an enormous amount of money for investing. 4. Play defense with short-term investments, offense for long-term. You don't want your short-term investments to lose money during the recession. After all, your short-term investments are typically meant to be safe ways to earn a modest return while parking your money for under a year. Do some research on recession-proof investments for any money you might need to access within the next year or 2. If you see risky assets among short-term holdings, divest now and move the money into safer harbors. Those could include precious metals, consumer staples, or dividend stocks with strong cash flow, among many others. But your long-term investments are another story. You actually want to seek out the assets that fall the most during recessions to potentially buy them at deep discount. Just ensure you buy assets that will rebound in the long term rather than evaporate entirely. 5. Buy heavily discounted stocks. In recessions, stocks nearly always fall, and dramatically. You could wring your hands and stress over it, or you could consider the stock market to be on sale, like a Black Friday for your net worth. Stock markets usually fall in the 6 months leading up to a recession, and in the midst of it, the S&P 500 has averaged a 16% return in the 12 months following recessions. And in the bigger picture, it's averaged around an annual 10% return since its inception. The safest bet here is buying a large-cap U.S. stock exchange-traded funds, such as index funds that mirror the S&P 500. That provides you with diversification among companies with sound fundamentals and balance sheets. But some types of stocks fall more during stock market corrections than others, leading to deeper discounts. Tech stocks, growth stocks, and small cap stocks tend to fall more than established, cash-flowing blue chip stocks. In other words, you can buy them at a deeper discount. Buy exchange-traded funds specializing in these types of stocks to distribute your risk across many companies rather than picking individual stocks. For instance, you can buy an index fund tracking the NASDAQ for tech exposure or a fund tracking the Russell 2000 for small cap stocks. Of course, the greatest upside potential comes from picking stocks that have collapsed in value and stand poised for a substantial post-recession comeback. But individual stocks also come with far greater risk, as any other company can go out of business. Only pick individual stocks and manage mutual funds if you're a seasoned investor. 6. Don't fixate on your net worth right now. It's no fun checking your net worth during bear markets. All you see is red, so don't check it right now. Tracking your net worth each month is only helpful if it motivates you to keep good financial habits, such as saving and investing money. When your net worth drops, focus on the process rather than the immediate results. Specifically, focus on saving and investing as much money as you can while financial markets are on sale. You won't see any results in the short term. In fact, you may as well see losses as the market continues falling. But keep in mind investing, knowing you're positioning yourself for huge returns later. If you wait for the recovery to become obvious, you'll miss the steep initial rebound. 7. Use dollar cost averaging. Along those lines, set up automated recurring investments every week or two. It's called dollar cost averaging, and it helps your portfolio mimic the market as a whole. Consider opening an account with a robo-advisor to set up automated recurring payments, or you can create a custom investment strategy with your financial advisor. It may not be sexy, but it works. It sure beats the returns when you try to time the market. 8. Max out your 401k contributions. Some investors pause their 401k contributions during recessions and market crashes. As outlined above, it's the worst possible move you can make. Instead, lean into discounted stock prices and maximize your retirement plan contributions. In particular, take advantage of your Roth 401k or Roth IRA, paying taxes on the contributions now so you don't have to pay them on returns after your investments bounce in the inevitable economic recovery. 9. Create passive income streams. Just as it helps to create additional streams of active income during recessions, it also helps to bring in more passive income. With enough passive income, you can cover your living expenses and your day job becomes optional. It's called financial independence, and when you reach it, you no longer have to worry about petty concerns such as losing your job. Financial independence comes with a slew of other benefits too. You can pursue your dream work regardless of how well it pays. You no longer have to pay for costs like life insurance or long-term disability insurance, and you can move anywhere in the world, including inexpensive countries where $2,000 per month buys the good life. 10. Take advantage of lower interest rates. When recessions hit, the Federal Reserve typically lowers interest rates to stimulate the economy. That makes it easier for companies to borrow and stay in business and ideally start growing again, but it also makes it cheaper for you to borrow. You could refinance your home to lower your monthly payment, or if you've been thinking about buying a home, you can do so with cheap financing with interest rates drop. Lower interest rates also make it cheap to borrow for investing, such as buying rental property. That was all from us today, folks. For more ways to make money online, make sure to subscribe to the channel.